Hi, good evening, dear friends. This is Efrat from Jerusalem. And again, gratitude for your support and our common meeting every week in this vigil. Every week, I think of what to bring, what to share. And in the last few weeks, I tried to bring seeds of hope. And each time I found some more little, some more important. And I want to share with you my authentic experience now that I couldn't find a seed of hope this week because things get really tough here. The reality is tough. More and more demonstration and violent. Of course, Trump being elected bring more oil to this fire. Also, the issue of the justice revolution that was on the table 2 years ago and went away in a way because of the war, just come back on the government agenda. So this is situation here, and your support and light is so important. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Efrat. Yes, I also noticed that Trump's election has already its effect in the Middle East. It emboldens the extreme forces in Israel. So there is open talk now about the annexation of the West Bank. On the Arab side, there was a conference recently in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia, where heads of state reiterated once again their intention to work together for a Palestinian solution. But once again, no concrete steps have been decided upon. So perhaps we can see two different options being offered at this time to the Middle East. On the one hand, it's Trump that seems to want to push forward his Abraham's Accords plan, in which the Palestinian cause is more or less sacrificed to good business for both Jews and Arabs. And the other offer is by the BRICS alliance, offering also good business, a business plan, but along an alternative, another trade route, for which a solution to the Palestinian question is important, and which also includes Iran. And so ultimately it's on the Arab states to decide which way it will go. So these were my observations for this week.
Hey, thank you, Efrat, and thank you, Uta, for bringing an ambiance of the area. Now we will go into meditation. And take a moment to settle in our body. Into our inner silence. both relaxing and focusing. We stand in awareness and in alignment. I am a conscious soul in incarnation. We come together as a group in the group heart. We connect with each other in this present group and with our co-workers in all nations. We bring our minds together in the shared telepathic field of our group mind. And we stand together as souls in the will to peace. As a group, we'll open our antennas to the energy of our higher co-workers who guide this work. Let's attune with them. And take a moment to fill our group heart with the vibration of all-inclusive love. With a quality and energy of grace. And fill our group mind with the light of discernment. Let us step into our service function on behalf of the Middle East. Standing at the midway point between the higher forces and the condition on the ground. Standing at this midway point, we turn our eyes to the Middle East. Let us focus on the manifold Arab-Muslim world. This Muslim field of consciousness so prominent in the Middle East and also in the wider planetary context. Let us focus in on the Palestinians within the various areas of Gaza, the West Bank, Lebanon, within Israel, and in other Muslim countries in the Middle East. Sense this Palestinian field of consciousness, this collective entity with many sub-personalities. Sense it struggling to find its sense of self and its place. Focusing now on the field of consciousness of the Jewish population in the Middle East. Realize the struggle and the problem of this collective entity. Its struggle to find its place among its neighbors in the area, in the Middle East or Western Asia. Let us observe the interaction between these three fields of consciousness, these three collective entities, and knowing that the more we release judging, the more we will be able to understand this complexity. So let us take a moment to step back from our usual way to interpret the situation and just observe and discern how all is shifting. Returning our focus to the midway point between the condition on the ground and the higher realms, and within the aura of our higher co-workers. Let us open now our awareness towards the divine plan, towards the intended design for the Middle East. Let's take a moment in silence to allow us to absorb the vision and the wisdom that our higher co-workers impact upon us. A moment in silence. Let us hold any impressions we got of the intended design in our group awareness. And let's hold at the same time in our awareness the condition on the ground. Bringing the two now into relation. See energies flowing between them. As above, so below. See and sense a shaft of pure golden white light, broad and brilliant. See it flood West Asia. Visualize a huge column of light pouring through all the planes, and hold this column steady in the will to peace. The soul light floods the mental sphere of the Middle East. Visualize the mental forces in the area slowly aligning to this more inclusive soul vision. Every human life is sacred. Only together can peace be built. The soul light pours into the emotional sphere of the Middle East, touching hearts with grace. Gently offering the remembrance of family, of being of one origin, of having to work this out together. See the light now pouring into the etheric physical plane of the Middle East, penetrating into the earth, enhancing the ongoing disintegration of the old separative patterns. Imagine the transmuting process happening within this pillar of light on all levels, in all three collective entities, the Jewish, the Palestinian, and the Arab Muslims in the Middle East. Sense the shifts of consciousness wanting to take place. Recognize that the energy of conflict must play itself out, that destruction is part of it. Let us invoke the higher forces to help this transmuting process and releasing process. Let us reach out to the Lords of Liberation and visualize the higher forces pouring their energy through the pillar of light. Destroying the old hindering separative forms, releasing, liberating. Visualize the conflict playing itself out towards eventual harmony. And the solar plexus intensity slowly lifting, redirecting towards the heart. See reactive dynamics moving toward caring for the highest good for all. And holding this intention, we sounded forth through the great invocations in Hebrew, in Arabic first, and then in Hebrew. من نقطة النور في العقل الإلهي ليشع النور في عقول الناس وليهبط النور إلى الأرض. من نقطة الحب في القلب الإلهي ليتسرب الحب في قلوب الناس وليرجع معلم الكون إلى الأرض. من المركز الذي تعرف منها إرادة الله لتقود الغاية إرادة الناس البسيطة، تلك الغاية التي يدركها المعلمون ويخدمونها. من المركز الذي ندعون بالجنس البشري لينتج تسمين الحب والنور ويختم على الباب الذي يقيم به الشر، ليجدد النور والحب والقوة التسمين على الأرض. الله أمين.
מנקודת האור אשר בדעת אל, יזרום האור אל דעת האדם. ירד האור על פני האדמה. מנקודת האהבה אשר בלב האל, תזרום האהבה אל לבבות אנוש. ישוב מורה עולם על פני האדמה. מהמרכז שבו נודע רצון האל, תנחה תכלית את רצונות אדם. תכלית אותה מורי האנושות יודעים ומשרתים. מהמרכז, אשר נקרא המין האנושי, תוגשם תוכנית האהבה והאור, ויחתם הפתח אל הרע. יהי רצון, ויחדשו אור אהבה ועוצמה, את התוכנית על פני האדמה. אמן.